What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, man. Flying Speaks back, man. Another quick video. Shout out to Kahleah Copper, man. The Greek guard from Philadelphia who was playing for the Chicago Sky. First I heard of her, as you know, when Chicago Sky had won the championship back a few years ago. She was the finals MVP. Unfortunately, the year before I really started paying attention, became a fan of the team, she had left that year and went to go play with Phoenix Mercury. So I never really got to really watch her play as a fan of Chicago Sky, a player who I was hopeful during the all season that we would get back before we got Ariel Atkins. And the reason was, she was with Angel Reese on the Unrivaled League, playing for the Rules, and it was a player that I felt would be perfect since I really started feeling like Kennedy Carter probably wasn't going to come back. I felt like the perfect replacement would be Kahleah Copper, who was in Chicago, but then instead we got Vandersloot, who was her point guard, and it didn't happen. But anyway, man, she just recently returned off of injury and helped the Mercury win their latest game. And I think solidified Mercury as being a serious contender that we got to pay attention to, man. The way Alyssa Thomas, who right now is my MVP in the league right now, it ain't about just numbers and all of that kind of stuff that a lot of people look at. It's not about the team being in first place. What it is I'm looking at the Phoenix Mercury before Alyssa Thomas. I'm looking at Alyssa Thomas dropped into the middle of the situation and seeing the impact that she brings, not only with just her play, but the way she inspires others to play the way she plays. For me, she's probably maybe the second best leader in the league after A'ja Wilson. I think you got to give that to A'ja because the way most of the teammates that A'ja Wilson has, the way they laud about her leadership and so on, I think you got to give it to her. Then after that, man, it's hard for me to find someone that I think is a better leader than Alyssa, but at any rate, Kahleah Copper came back. I think she dropped a smooth little 11 points, just coming back. I still got to get to watch that game to really give a straight breakdown of it. Been busy, y'all, but I'm gonna try to get to it. I really am. And wanted to weigh in on what she said here, man. It was kind of touching to me, and I just wanted to share it with y'all.
I don't think no one has ever asked me this. I'm from North Philly. I know y'all know that. Just a kid from North Philly, but started playing basketball right where I live, 32nd and Berks. Whether it was shooting on the one-way sign, just trying to hit it right in the middle, okay, that's the rim, or somebody nailing the crate to the one-way sign. Graduated from the crate.
Which is how we all came up. You know what I mean? Back in the day, me coming up, it was the same thing, playing on them crates, bro.
To right on the corner of the block. They took a rim from the park, put it up, and we just started hooping right there. It was my cousins, a bunch of guys from the neighborhood. I was just standing there and kind of wait my turn, and then they realized I had a little bit of game, so they let me play with them. So kind of went from 32nd and Berks to 33rd and Diamond. It wasn't.
For those who don't know 33rd and Diamond, that's where Dawn Staley was playing. Dawn Staley's 23rd and Diamond Projects, or 27th Diamond Projects, excuse me then. But they would go up to 33rd, and 33rd Street is right across the street from Fairmount Park. Got the hoops up there. The courts up there, everybody go up there and play. You know what I mean? If you're from down north, you know about that. Fairmount Park is the biggest natural park, I believe, in the country. You know what I mean? So
a lot of opportunities for young girls to play in different leagues. So just played in the league with a bunch of guys and just guys from the neighborhood, just really loving and embracing the fact that I could hoop and didn't matter that I was a girl. That's why I thought it was super special for me. If you look back on draft day, I'm talking to Holly and I'm like, this for all my guys on 32nd and Berks, just to give y'all something to brag about, because I think the things that those guys instilled in me, whether it was that toughness or that grit or just always having that chip on my shoulder because I wasn't as strong as them, but at times I was much quicker, much more athletic. But just the street smart and just that toughness, I think that have been instilled in me since I was a little girl. I definitely gotta give them another shout out. Shout out to the guys. Damn, this a great.
I really appreciate you, my sister, and putting Philly on the map, being in the long line of Philly ballers. You know what I mean? Definitely proud of her, what she's doing. Her shout out to her, man. I'm trying to push right now for my local congressman to make sure, since Philadelphia is famous for murals. Matter of fact, I believe we have the most murals in the world in any particular like area, established area, and one got to get put up for cop down in North Philly. I know women's basketball in Philadelphia isn't as big as it could be, partly because there's no professional team, and we also right now don't have like a women's basketball team in college from any of the Big Five schools, whether it be Villanova, Temple, LaSalle, St. Joe's, Penn, or who am I forgetting, man? Drexel, right? So we don't have any of the Big Five schools, so that's partly part of the problem too. But shout out to all of them. Definitely want to get a cop a nice mural, man, down in North Philly. I think that'd be a nice touch because she's an MVP that we produced on the streets out there, 33rd and Berks. So that's all, man. Just wanted people who didn't get to see this to see it. Peace out.